a tamer. Sipping, riding around in the Ranger, eh? Same old life for me, yeah, riding on the range and I do it all day. Same old life for me, get home and she want a buck horse, no play. Baby, you don't need no saddle, sit that pretty thing right on me. I'ma keep on this Stetson, let me take off these Wrangler jeans. Yeah.
Good afternoon. I'm Antoinette Love Ransom, your Hollywood correspondent. And joining me today is the talented actor, musician, singer, songwriter, philanthropist, social activist, and someone I call is a cowboy with some swag, the multifaceted entertainer, Austin Martin. But before we get into the interview, take a look at this.
Hey!
Hi.
Where are you headed, cowboy?
Well, I guess I'll leave that up to you.
Well, if you want to have some fun, you can hop in.
All right.
There you go.
I'm a down home fishing, back ditch swimming, country road switching, moonshine swishing. Is there any damn chance I can get my hands on anything to do with that? I'ma live my life to the fullest, even if it means getting foolish. Yeah, I'm a down home country boy living, never had a chance and I didn't want one. Down home American giving, everything I got to the country we love. My neck is red, my horse is white, and my collar's still blue. American brood.
Austin,
Yes.
thank you for joining me.
Yes.
You know I love
Thanks
you.
for having me. Yes.
Most of you don't know that Austin and I know each other on a professional level. I'm his publicist.
Yep.
So some people don't know I do PR and branding, but it was an honor. I met him through my cousin, Dave, who plays the drums for you.
Yes, and he is very, very good at it.
How do you like Los Angeles? How do you like the weather?
I love it. When I left Montana, it was snowing, so it was. It's definitely a big change, but you know, every time I come here, it's always nice. Nice weather.
Yeah.
365 days a year.
Yeah, you're in the studio recording new music. Can you give us like a little teaser of what you're working on?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got back together with J.D. Walker, and he was the producer who did Wrangler. So
Nice.
yeah, so we have that similar sound coming out right now. I don't know how much I can give you because I'm getting used to all these LA contracts and stuff. So
For those of you that don't know,
Yeah.
Wrangler is his hit that's like, it just blew up on social media and is streaming everywhere. That you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere.
yeah,
Austin.
yeah, it's doing really, really well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the visual for that.
Me too.
So before we get a little further into your career, why don't you tell us the person behind the persona?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked that. I get a lot of comments on TikTok and Facebook, so I'm glad I get a chance to explain it. So when I was about 8 months old, my parents divorced, and it's all right. I don't remember it. So, but they remarried. So my mom remarried a cattle rancher. So basically, every other week I would go to Rygate, Montana, with my stepdad and my mom, and work cattle and work on a ranch with the chickens and lambs and horses, the whole nine. And then I would go back to Billings, which is only about an hour drive, and that's where, you know, my dad was and my stepmom, and my dad was a DJ. So it was
Wow.
like, talk about going like completely opposite. So I grew up with all this music in different genres, and then also half on a ranch. So I think that's kind of where I got my cowboy swag, as you said. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little urban, little country, and you know, like a lot of country folks, they love hip hop. You know, it's a thing. So
So you did this throughout high school and after high school, and you just kind of gradually got into it?
Oh yeah, music. Yeah, so I probably picked up a guitar when I was 17, so a senior in
Oh,
high
wow.
school. Yeah.
Wow.
And I just originally did it just for the girl, but then I started writing, and I was like, I might be pretty good at this. I'm gonna pursue it.
What was the pivotal moment for you when you knew this is what I want to do?
I think it was when I went to my first semester at MSUB, and I was miserable. And I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I know that I like to sing and I like to perform. And so I looked into schools in New York, and I ended up going to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. And from there, I made a TV show called The Glee Project, which was cool. And once I made that, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I might be able to do this industry.
Oh yeah, you're talented. I was researching the Glee Project. That was pretty big at one point, right?
Yeah, it was. It was a reality TV show, basically a spin-off of Glee, and whoever won the competition got to be the next character in Glee.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was fun. It was like my first experience of Hollywood, and me and 100 other 21-year-olds, in a room, and I got down to the top 50 and then the top 35, and then got cut. But it was eye-opening for me for sure.
Wow, going from Billings to New York City, what was that like?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was the biggest culture shock of my entire life.
I'm sure. What is
sure.
New York population like? 10 million, 8 million, something like that?
Something like that, and it's just all crammed together. But, I had fun though. It was a good time. So when I first started music, I was, busking and playing on patios with just me and a guitar. So I did country music, pop music, R&B, hip hop. And then when I first started recording my own music, it was more pop.
Yeah.
Honestly, pop and R&B. And then I think a part of me always knew that I was going to go back to country though, just because it's, it's in my blood. It's my root.
You sound good as a pop artist too.
Yeah, I appreciate it though.
I'm streaming some of your music, some of your pop music.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna lie, I love you as a country artist.
Yeah.
It's almost like who you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And you're comfortable, and it's your style. It's everything you bring to it that makes you unique.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Going back to, the parent situation, I think that I found my niche in that Wrangler sound, because it's a little bit of country, a little bit urban.
A little bit hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little bit hip hop is what I probably meant. Yeah. So I'm excited. We're exploring this genre, and it's kind of untapped right now, a little bit. So.
What's been the challenge? I mean, you've been on what, 8 tours?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's been the challenge of you going on tour?
Oh. How much time do we have? I think going on tour, well, I started out going on tour with another artist from Montana named Overtime. And I learned so much about the ins and outs. It's running a business is what it is, essentially. So, when the first 3 weeks, it takes 3 weeks to a month to get used to the fact that you're on the road. So, the 3 hours of sleep a night is difficult.
Ooh.
All the testosterone in the bus, everyone's...
That's because there's like several of you.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and several bands too, on different buses, and the coordinating and tearing down, putting, in and out of every venue in each city. It's a lot, for sure.
How do you mentally prepare for that? Because how do you find Austin time and just come down and just kind of seclude yourself from everybody else?
It's tricky. Yeah, but when we have days off, I like to sleep. Just pretty much lay in my bed. I also bring my Xbox and I play Apex Legends. I can't believe I'm saying that on camera. But
so that's your escape. That's how
is.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's kind of what I do at home too. I'll go down in my office and turn off my computer at midnight or 1. Yeah.
You're a night person.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll play Xbox, and that's kind of my escape.
That's cool. My escape is hiking.
Nice, that's cool.
So I go up in the mountains a lot in San Diego and out by Julian and Idlewild and sometimes Big Bear.
Nice.
So yeah, mine is hiking.
Nice.
I don't know if you knew that about me.
I did not know that about you, actually.
Yeah, I'm an outdoorsy person.
That's cool. I like to
camp.
Oh, okay.
To camp.
Well, then we need to get you camping in Montana.
Just learn how to
time.
horseback ride, which was an experience. I don't think the horse liked me.
Oh, really?
I was trying to fix my lipstick and my hair too much.
Oh, no. That's awesome.
So, Austin, you're the lead singer of Austin Martin and the Herd.
Yes.
So now you have a band. Tell me
Yes.
how you came with, put the band together, because you were solo for a while.
I was. So basically, I got Marco first, who's my guitarist. He's out of Billings with me as well. I knew if I was doing country music, I eventually wanted a band.
Marco's talented.
He's very, very good. But I couldn't afford a band at the time. So we started with Marco. And then we got your cousin, David Bedell, out of Nashville, because Marco and I knew that we needed a showman. And we knew one of the only places to go was Nashville for that. And I was lucky enough to meet your cousin. And from there, he brought in a couple bass players. And now we have Austin Martin and the Herd. And Austin Martin and the Herd is like, for right now, it's my touring band. It's like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street band.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually I do want to get the Herd into a studio and record our own album, for sure.
Oh, that'd be great if you guys can do that.
Yeah.
So Austin, as a musician, what are the entertainers or performers that you look up to that really influenced your music?
Oh, man. I would have to say, well, as a kid, I really liked Eminem.
Oh, Eminem's fire.
Yeah, he's fire.
Yeah, he's fire.
Eminem, I really liked 50 Cent. And then on the country side, I was really big into Kenny Chesney.
Okay.
And Brad Paisley, just because he is a monster musician.
Oh, Brad is talented.
Yeah, that man can play. So, I mean, everything too. My dad would play Prince, Michael Jackson. I liked how he danced, and you can kind of see that in my live performance. I like to dance.
Yeah, you're a dancer.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you call your signature dance?
I don't know. We got to think of a name. That AM leg. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we need to think of a name for your dance. You got this move that the ladies like.
Yeah, exactly. They always tell me, teach me the leg. So yeah, we'll have to think of a cooler name. But just a variety. Elvis, I loved Elvis.
Oh yeah, Elvis can move.
As a kid, yeah. So, I mean, growing up, I just had so much music from 4 different parents, So it was cool. It was a great way to be brought up because I just have such a wide variety.
What would you tell an upcoming Gen Zer who wants to be in your shoes? What advice would you give them?
I would say easy with the partying, and don't follow my footsteps in that way, and take it seriously, because there are so many artists now, and they all take it very seriously. So if you're going to be out there partying and doing that, then somebody else is going to beat you to it.
What mistakes did you make when you were on tour, just young and upcoming in this industry going on tour?
Yeah, I drank too much, and it was a bit of a downfall for me for a little bit there. I got kicked off tour. And,
oh no.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And alcoholism runs in my family too, so my parents were kind of aware of it, and I had to take a beat, and I have been sober for 2 years now.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Does it bother you to be in a room with people drinking?
Not anymore, no. But for that first year, I was cranky. I couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, I couldn't do anything.
So what do you do now? Drink like green tea to relax? What do you do now?
Yeah, I mean, basically tea, water, Gatorade, anything I can do besides alcohol, because I'm not good at drinking. I was a good drinker, but I'm not good when I'm drinking.
It's tough being a musician and not drinking, because it goes together.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I
mean, every single day on tour, whether it's a Tuesday or a Saturday, people are buying you shots,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not blaming them. It's obviously on me, but it's definitely that environment. It's a party. It's a party.
So your fans know that you're sober, or do you just fake it in front of the crowd?
No, they know.
Yeah.
I made a post about it when I reached 6 months, and then a year, and then 2 years recently. So they know, but I think since Wrangler came out, I have a lot of new fans. So this will be kind of that, I'll tell them again.
We need to create a dance trend for Wrangler and get everybody to do it on TikTok.
Yes.
Now, I have seen you started that. You started it.
Yeah.
But we need to figure out a way to keep it going.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a simple dance move that everybody can do and we can all share on a daily basis.
Absolutely. And I have a couple new ones that I can send you. We can start thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Wrangler.
Yeah.
I knew that was a hit when my kid was in the car and my kid started humming it. My youngest, the 7-year-old, and he started playing it on the piano.
Yeah.
I said, okay, Austin has a little hit here. My little 7-year-old likes it.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. It has done crazy things. It's wild because I've been in this industry for so long, and I've seen some success, but nothing like Wrangler.
No,
Which
that's a hit.
Yeah, which is wild.
Even when I talk to people and play it, they're like, "Oh wow, that's fire."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like they don't look at it as country, they don't look at it as hip hop. It's just unique,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. And it's who I am.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about something different. You and I have worked together professionally, and I've gotten to know you as a friend.
Yeah.
I think your fans would want to know like your favorite hobbies. Like, what do you like to do besides music?
I mean, basically all I do is work and play Xbox.
I know you do, and that's why I'm gonna try to get you away from that, Austin, because
Yeah.
there's so much more to you than that.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
I like to snowboard.
Okay.
I was gonna say you go hiking. I like to snowboard.
Okay, I haven't been snowboarding yet.
Yeah, you don't probably like the snow.
No, but I would do it.
You would do it though. Yeah.
I would do it.
So yeah, I do like to snowboard, but you're right. I do need some hobbies because you and I work too much.
We do. And tell me about your team that you have now versus the team you had when you first started.
So when the team I had when I first started, it was basically just me. I mean, I had overtime, and he was a good mentor and taught me a lot of things, but it wasn't like a team working on just Austin Martin. It was just Austin Martin doing that. So now I have you, which I'm very thankful for. I have Sid and Rich, who are my managers, and all you guys are here in LA, so I get a good excuse to come out.
But most musicians don't understand how important it is to have a team, right?
Oh.
Because when you talk to musicians, they're like, "Oh, I'll just throw it on TikTok and the song will go viral," but they don't understand there's a business side to it. There's
Oh,
the
yeah.
business, there's the marketing, there's the branding. There's a lot that goes into making you a brand.
Yeah,
right?
it's so important, I think. I mean, one person can only work so much, and one person can only have so much knowledge. So when you have a team like Sid and Rich who know the Spotify end of things, and you know, and then you have you who has like magazines and articles and skin in the game when it comes to that bigger stuff. I mean, it just is a game changer.
It is.
You know, because you need somebody else working on your brand, on your stuff, you know, all the time. Because when you're not working, somebody else is for you. And that's getting us closer to the goal. We've accomplished so much in the last year.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
been crazy. And
It almost seems surreal, doesn't it?
it does. I can't believe like it's a December and we just had a whole year of working.
One woman contacted me. She's the director of Susan G. Komen. She reached out to me. She's impressed with your philanthropy efforts.
Oh, yeah.
So some of your fans, I don't know if they know or pay attention, but you're partnered with Feeding America.
Yeah.
So tell us about that partnership with the band and how you guys structure that on your 2024 Feeding the Herd tour.
Yes, that has been so great, honestly, that experience. So every city we go to, like if we play in Oklahoma City, we reach out, and you know, because you help us reach out to these food banks, and we go and we donate 2 or 3 hours of our time bagging groceries or whatever we need to do, and then we deliver food to middle-class America. So like single mothers with 3 kids that are just having a tough time at the moment, you know, trying to help in that way. And it has been such a cool experience, you know. I don't think I know of many other musicians that do it that way. It does add a little bit more work, but it's so worth it in the end. It's been great.
I think when you're a musician, you're on tour, it kind of keeps you out of trouble too.
It does. It
Right?
does, yeah.
Because think about all the musicians that are on tour and they're just performing, going to the hotel, performing, going to the hotel.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a bigger purpose when you're on tour besides just performing.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
And I think we have reached that for sure. And now that we are getting more and more success, I can't wait to see what we can do.
Yeah, Coca-Cola is really impressed with all you guys' efforts in 2024.
Yeah.
I know that because they reached out to me.
Right.
You know?
That's good.
So I would say, what was the pivotal moment on when you were giving back? What was a moment that you remembered? What family did you remember that really appreciated everything you guys were doing?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every family appreciated it, but one that stuck out to me was Bend, Oregon. She was just, a younger single mother, and she was in tears by the end of it, which was really hit me, because it was like, you know, I took a step back and and thought like there are so much more important things, you know, in life that we can do besides my own BS, you know. You know, so it's you know, we get caught up in the music and caught up in trying to make a good living and a career in this, that's, you know, you don't always think about that. And so that was really that stuck with me for sure.
Do you find it help with your fan outreach? Do you find that these families have become fans of yours?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
They all like reach out and say, I've been listening to your music, or one said that they've been listening to my music all week because they knew we were coming, you know, to the city. I don't know if they knew we were going to deliver groceries or not, but yeah, so it's been cool, and I've stayed in contact with a couple of them through Facebook or Instagram, and yeah, it's been great.
Your star is like rising. So where do you see 2025?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because you guys are doing so much. You and the band are already doing a lot. So
Yeah.
where do you see yourself next year?
Yeah, well, I think I definitely want to be working with Feeding America again. I think that was a really good cause. I think it fit with what we're doing and how we do it. And I just see us on bigger stages, either opening up for a bigger country artist or bigger venues now.
Okay, who would you like to open up for?
I would like to open up for Breland or John Pardi, maybe.
Okay,
Or
John Pardi's a good one.
John Pardi, he's one of my favorites.